Hey, welcome to another episode of my podcast. It's called the Long Island Housing Podcast. Welcome to my channel here on YouTube. If you haven't been here before, my name is Tom McGiveron. I'm a real estate agent on Long Island, and this podcast is dedicated to keeping people informed about what's going on with the real estate market, and going over possibly general tips. And I have a home seller toolkit and a home buyer toolkit. They're both playlists on my channel here with tons of content and stuff for you to check out if you are thinking about selling or buying. I talk about varying topics, and hopefully it's helpful to you. Please share this video with somebody that might get something out of it and needs the information. Hit the like button, subscribe, that'd be great. Thanks. All right, welcome to episode 32 of the Long Island Housing Podcast. My name is Tom McGiveron. And today's podcast, I'm recording this on June 3rd, and the stats are from June 2nd. So I did an overall update on the housing market, and it's going to be pretty significant. The overall theme of this podcast is going to be about the stats and then what they mean to you. So it's two parts, okay? So in Suffolk County, there's 4,796 homes for sale. It's very low, very, very low inventory. Now that said, it's not a significant drop from where we were before, let's say, coronavirus, which, by the way, I just hope everyone's okay out there. I know there's a lot going on in the country, and we had the pandemic. Now we have all this other stuff with rioting and violence and other craziness. So just hopefully your family is safe. But in Suffolk County, that 4,796 total number of homes for sale. These are not condos, these are homes. It's not that significantly off from where we were. In Nassau County, this was a jump from the last time we did this podcast. It's 4,150. I think the last time I did this was in April, and there was somewhere around 3,800. So that was a little bit of an increase in houses for sale in Nassau County. So yeah, let's move right into, I'm going to go over Suffolk, then Nassau. But those are the totals for each. In Suffolk County, under 300,000, there's 435 houses for sale. That is a drop. The last time we did this, there were over 500 or close to 500. So that's a significant drop in that price point. So if you're looking in that price point, there's not a whole lot of houses for sale. 300 to 500,000, 1,640, 3 houses for sale between 3 to 5. That's kind of like the bulk of our market in Suffolk. Between 500 and a million, there's 1,630, and over $1 million, there's 1,109, which is pretty steady. That's been pretty consistent. In Nassau County, there's under 300,000, there'll be very little inventory. Only 65 houses for sale under 300. So if you're looking in Nassau, that's going to be very challenging. Between 300 and 500, it's 798. And then the bread and butter of Nassau County is between 500 and a million. And you have, in price, there's 2,191 houses for sale. And then over $1 million is 1,100 homes, exactly. So that's the overall market. Again, across the board, pretty much low inventory. Now, when I say available, I just want to note this because I'm going to get into this later in the conversation about what this all means to you. I just want you to keep this in mind, that even though I say it's available, but I would say that at least between 10 and 20, or even as much as 30% of these homes that are showing as available have a first accepted offer on them, or multiple offers. So while there's 4,796 homes in Suffolk, there's probably a good 1,000 of those have deals on them already, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 of those. So just keep that in mind. That's a market dynamic. Now, under contracts in the last 45 days, I just want to go Nassau, 613 total, and in Suffolk, 1,059 total. The active listings year over year. Okay, so April 20th last year, 2019, to the April 20th of 2020, active listings were down 14%. Contracts, the number of contracts were down 6.9%. And the number of closings were down 9.29% year over year. Okay? So 2019 versus 2020 in April. That's Suffolk County. Nassau County, actives were down 13%. I mean, again, available inventory. Number of contracts down 10.5%. Number of closings down just under 12%. Average sold prices in Suffolk were up 13% year over year. Again, back in April. Median sale prices, I'll just use the average, is 13.85% up. Okay? Now, Nassau County was down 0.8%. Now let's shift to June 2nd. Now, that was April 20th, year over year. Now we're going June 2nd, because I pulled these yesterday. This is crazy. So here we go. So we all know there's 4,786 homes for sale in Suffolk. There's 4,150 homes in Nassau. Active inventory as of June. Again, June is springtime, prime time market. Active listings are down 22.3%. Contracts are down 62.85% year over year. Average sold price, though, is up 31.69% year over year in Suffolk. The prices are really, really up because the inventory is so ridiculously low because of what's going on. And those are sold prices now. Sold houses, they're up 31.69% in Suffolk. Nassau, active inventory is down 23.5%. Contracts are down. The number of houses in contract year over year, June 2nd versus June 2nd of last year. Contracts are down 68.78%. Closings down 37.29%. The average sold price now ticked up. Remember, in April, it was down 0.8% in Nassau County, average sold price. In Nassau, it's now just jumped up to 10.59%. So those are the statistics. What do they mean? For you as a homeowner and a buyer, for homeowners, it's real simple. Your home can still sell, and with multiple offers. But what I'm seeing is real estate agents, we either hit the mark or we miss the mark, and there's no medium. There's a middle ground where, hey, you put a house on the market, a couple of weeks go by, you get some interested parties, you get some offers, maybe into that third week, that means the house is priced pretty close to market value. Okay, you get interest, you get some parties, it weeds through the unqualified buyers to the qualified buyers to the most motivated buyers to the right buyer who is willing to pay the price for your house that it'll appraise for, and you get a good buyer, qualified. Or you can price it too low where you get within 48 hours 18 offers. That's priced too low. Again, it all depends on your strategy, what you need, what your wants are as a seller. Some people, I've had clients tell me, I want to sell my house right away. Okay, well, this is how we're going to do it. But that's your goals. You have, the price has to meet your goal. And the flip side, if you price it too high, just like normal, like always, then it's a ghost town and you hit the market and it goes nowhere. You have nobody interested in your house. And that's not due to coronavirus. That's just due because it's priced too high. What I'm seeing is when I call on a listing and it's gone or has multiple offers in less than 3 or 4 days, that to me is a clear indication that home was priced too low. There's pent up listings that are sitting on the sideline waiting for this to happen. There are many sellers out there who are waiting to put their house on the market. Flip side of that, we have buyers who are also waiting on the sideline. Even though there's people out there, they're buying, they're looking at houses virtually, doing what they have to do to find a house for them. There's still a lot of buyers that A, haven't been able to find something, but B, are sitting on the sideline waiting. So you have pent up demand and pent up supply. The supply of homes is, of course, available homes for sale, and the demand is all the buyers. So that's all, the buyers is all your competition. For sellers, it's the same thing. All the supply is your competition. And if you're buying in this local area, or if you're buying out of state, you have to take it, you have to know the market dynamic there. Very important. What does that mean to you? Okay, so you need to act quickly. You have to be prepared and be able to act quickly in order to get what you want, which is, if you're looking to buy a house as a buyer, you have to have your pre-approval set up. You have to know your numbers, which is the second thing. Knowing your numbers, knowing everything as best you can, so that you can feel confident when you move forward. There's a lot going on in the world, a lot of stress. I don't know your background. I don't know what I have a client right now. She's a nurse. She's about to close on her house. Her whole life has been changed in the last 2 months, but yet she's been steadfast. She's ready to close this week. I'm like really so proud of her. What she's a first-time frontline responder, nurse. So, all the stress that stress kind of can impact you. So the more you know, the more confident you are moving into this, knowing your numbers, having everything ready to go, your pre-approval, you have a really solid real estate agent who's going to take care of you. Those things are super important right now. If you're interested, in the link in this YouTube video, because I'm filming this on YouTube, you'll see a link to tommcgiveron.com for my Ninja program. I called it Ninja program. This is the name I gave it, but it's basically a buyer preparedness program. It's like, to empower you to, it's a 14-day email only, no obligation, totally free. And it has resources like my Ninja, the monthly payment flow chart. And that is an awesome thing. It's a spreadsheet. You basically put in all your numbers, and it tabulates how much you want to save, what are your monthly bills, your fixed expenses, your variable expenses. You put them all in, because those are the things that help you mentally understand as a buyer. Rather than writing them down on scratchy paper that you lose, you can still write them down. I always suggest you do get a steno pad and write them down, or have notes on your iPhone or your Droid, your smartphone. Just knowing your numbers and what's the monthly payment I can manage and I feel comfortable with. And you may tweak that over time as you get more confident. You might start out with a really low number, like most buyers do. In my experience, I've had many clients, they always give me a monthly payment, and by the time they buy, it's usually a few, $200 or $300 or $400 more than what it was when they originally sat down with me to go over their goals. And that's not my doing. That's just them getting more comfortable with, I can afford this, as opposed to that lower payment. So this is one of those things you will get in the Ninja program. Okay, again, it's a sinister name, and it's a name to suggest that, hey, you're going to do things confidently. So it's a tommcgiveron.com/ninjas, and you can check that out. And hopefully that'll help you. Again, no obligations. You don't have to work with me. You don't have to, I'm not going to call you or anything else. You just put your name and email in, and you get emails for 14 days. And it's really cool. So check that out. I hope you got something out of this YouTube video and this podcast. Please share it with a friend if you think they're going to benefit from it. And I look forward to seeing you or talking with you very soon. Stay safe out there. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I look forward to doing more videos in the future. Again, hit the like button. If you can, subscribe. That would be great. And the reason I ask for you to like or comment is it helps the video kind of just stay out there, and it shows YouTube, even if it at my level, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people like, subscribe, or comment. It just helps the video get more views, and that's cool. So hopefully it helps you. And if you need to reach me again, numbers below, all the information is below in the description. Thanks a lot. Stay safe.